Most people assume they fail at building habits because they lack discipline. They blame laziness. The truth is, they rely entirely on willpower, a biological system that is structurally incapable of long-term endurance. Today, we are going to replace that fragile system. Over the next 30 days, you can rebuild your worst daily routine using a 3-step AI architecture designed to do the heavy lifting for you. The initial error happens in the planning phase. When trying to change, people design a routine for an idealized version of themselves. They schedule 5 a.m. wake-ups, mandate 0 screen time, and block out intense daily workouts. This perfection trap holds together until about day 4. Then, life happens. You sleep through the alarm or skip the gym. That single missed task triggers a cascade of guilt, convincing you the entire effort is ruined, and you abandon the system completely. Designing habits for a fantasy version of your life guarantees collapse. To build systems resilient enough for actual, messy reality, we have to start using AI to map the lives we actually live. Consider a standard morning. It is usually chaotic. You are rushed, a little stressed, and probably scrolling on your phone before you even get out of bed. Instead of fighting this, open ChatGPT. Feed it a brutally honest, unedited account of that messy morning, and ask it to build an adaptive routine around those exact flaws. This animated split-screen timeline illustrates the difference. On the left, a rigid block schedule shatters the moment an unexpected delay hits. On the right, the AI-generated timeline is fluid, allowing task blocks to shrink and slide around randomized disruptions. The advantage of the fluid timeline is the volume of sessions completed. While the rigid schedule produces 4 perfect days and then stops, the adaptive routine allows for 30 days of continuous activity. By the end of the month, the realistic plan yields 7 times more repetitions than the idealized one. Mapping a realistic morning secures the start of your day, but a strong start won't protect you from the inevitable afternoon where you drop the ball. For that, we have to shift from rigid scheduling to active recalibration. When you break a habit, a specific psychological block sets in. A heavy wave of shame hits, convincing you that because you ruined Tuesday, the entire week is a write-off. Psychologists call this the empathy deficit, our natural inability to forgive our own failures. This is exactly where AI tools like Notion AI or Motion become essential, specifically because they completely lack the capacity to judge you. Look at this digital calendar grid to see how this works mechanically. When a day is missed, the task block doesn't flash red or send a punitive failure alert. The grayed-out task simply dissolves and smoothly redistributes its component parts into the following 3 days. Removing the shame of failure keeps you actively engaged in the system, but avoiding failure and making actual progress are 2 different things. To achieve the latter, you need a mandatory weekly audit. By the end of a busy week, a dense psychological fog sets in. You naturally gloss over your worst habits and completely misremember how much time you actually wasted scrolling or procrastinating. To clear that fog, implement the Sunday pattern call. Every Sunday, take the raw, unedited log of your week's activities, paste it into ChatGPT, and command the AI to identify recurring behavioral patterns. The AI processes this unstructured data to expose your blind spots. On this scatter plot graph of seemingly random daily activities, you can see how the AI connects the dots. Glowing lines suddenly link these isolated data points, revealing a tight, previously invisible cluster around a specific emotional or temporal trigger. The greatest value of the AI in this step is translation. It takes your vague feelings of failure and frustration and turns them into objective, manageable data points. This system treats self-improvement as an engineering problem. It provides an objective mirror, removing the emotional weight usually attached to building new habits. In this framework, a missed day is a data point. It provides the specific feedback needed to recalibrate the system and bring your actions back into alignment with your goals. Go to the comments right now and name exactly 1 habit you are trying to build. Just 1. I will personally reply to every single submission to help you start. Hit subscribe to continue building your automated systems. Stop relying on willpower and start relying on architecture.